Okay, last time I was waiting for this, I was already live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Atena Sadegh from prettyhappyhabits.com. This is the place to be to build those pretty happy habits so you can have a pretty happy life. So over the next 10 days, I'll be coming at you live every day at noon Eastern Time Standard, except for Friday. Friday, I may have to come on a bit earlier. I'll let you guys know to talk all about the foundation of unconditional love, how to create that from inside out. And today, what I really want to talk to you is about your habits, routines, and rituals. And I have my notes here. I want to go as quickly and efficiently as possible, but I want you to kind of have a mindset as you enter into the next 10 days. Why this is important is because if you don't set up a system, you may inevitably fail, because if you get up every day and you pick and choose what you're going to do based on how you feel, the odds are there's going to be a day where you don't feel like doing what it is that you set out to do. And we'll get into that over the next few days because I really want to explain to you how your mind operates. It is not a computer, but it does have certain things that function kind of on default, and we're going to be resetting it. But in order for you to do that, I want you to really focus on your rituals over the next 10 days. I want you to mind your habits, notice the ones you want to let go and the ones you want to bring in, as well as the rituals that you want to bring in. But most specifically, I want you to focus on routines. Routines are a conscious effort, and you can work on them really every single day. And they can become the pillars and the propellers for you to switch up those habits that are more ingrained in your subconscious and the rituals that come at you naturally. So, a morning routine is a routine, right? You wake up, you think about it. A habit, like the habit of gossiping when you don't feel good, or the habit of always working out even when you don't feel like it. Those are habits. Rituals, they depend on the type of person that you are. For example, I really like to do new moon and full moon rituals. Maybe you like to have extended self-care Sundays. I don't know. We'll get into those in the next few days. But for right now, I want you to really focus on your routine. And I had a paper. Oh yeah, here. I'm gonna link this after I'm finished with the live. So it's a very simple paper that I'm gonna get you to download if you can and print it so that you can kind of track and monitor your progress. I'm gonna go over the the 7 areas where I want you to build routines for yourself. And I'm going to also give you foolproof advice on how to make sure that it gets done and that you do not fail for whatever reason. So let's set you up for success. The first thing is you need to mind your sleep. Now, you need to get about 8 hours of sleep. I personally love 7.5 hours. That really works for me. You probably know what works for you. The most important element when you think about sleeping routine is to make sure that for the next 10 days you have the same 2 hour window when it comes to going to bed and waking up. So if you're used to going to bed at 10 p.m., or you can for the next 10 days go to bed at 10 p.m., make sure you wake up at 7 a.m. Don't start going to bed at like 1 a.m. one day and then waking up at 7 a.m. because when you start messing around with the sleep schedule, the cycle within your body, you'll automatically start going into more of a jet lag mode. And just that drop in energy can become quite significant. One advice that I really have for you is to turn off your cell phone about an hour before you go to bed. Try to get off of social media, just be present, maybe have some sort of routine where you like to journal, dump your thoughts out. If you like to watch series, whatever it is that you want to do to wind down for the night, do that, but do kind of try to be in your zone. Okay. um, and keep your phone off for the first 30 minutes when you wake up. I mean, if you have the discipline it takes to not go on social media and scroll or to answer your emails, then you can leave it on. Most people don't have that discipline. And the problem with that is you become extremely reactive right before you go to bed and when you wake up. So the point of this is for you to separate yourself from the reactiveness that causes us to feel different emotions that don't feel good inside. So just for the next 10 days, okay? Turn your phone off 1 hour before going to bed and leave it off for 30 minutes after you wake up. Now, the second part is food. So I'm not a nutritionist. I did do a YouTube live with my girl Renata. It's 20 minutes. She goes over the basics. I highly recommend you watch it if you're not so sure what to do with your nutrition. As a basic guideline, I will say try to drink water as soon as you wake up, hydrate your body, avoid carbohydrates as soon as you wake up as well, like for breakfast. Try to have a smoothie, and also give your body 8 hours of rest between your last meal and the next meal. Yeah. So if you finish supper at 8 p.m. and then you have a snack at 9 p.m., wait until 9 a.m. the next day to break that fast of yours. And just to really give your body the time to fully digest, to release whatever it needs to release. If you're getting really hungry, know that you're either tired or you ate something you probably shouldn't have eaten and your body is growling at you. 12 hours is not a significant time to go without food when you're spending 8 of those hours sleeping. What can also really help curb your appetite is having black coffee, or what I really like to do is have lemon water with a pinch of Himalayan sea salt. Mix it, obviously drink it with a straw so you don't damage your enamels. And that really curbs your hunger, and it also does help you release whatever you need to release within your body. Okay, third part, exercise. You need to work out at least 30 minutes a day. And if that is just getting up in the morning and walking for 30 minutes or walking for 30 minutes after work, do that. Ideally, I would really like for you to set up shop so that you actually physically push your body. But if it comes to just moving it for 30 minutes, do that. And I'm going to give you a couple of hacks to make it more effortless, I would say. The fourth area that I want you to set a routine around is to be conscious of your goals. So we're going to talk about your goals tomorrow more than anything, but I want you to start thinking about what are the benefits of you changing your emotional states. So for you, it could be perhaps worrying less, feeling less fear, maybe feeling more happiness. How could you benefit from taking 10 days simply to revamp yourself and recommit to unconditional self-love? And I really strongly advise for you to write down this goal. Write it out like in the middle. Let's say you have this sheet of paper, maybe on the other side, you write it here in the middle, and write out the different thinking patterns that you want that go with it. So I know the first time I did this, I had a bunch. I had some from songs like Life is for the Living or something. I don't remember exactly. I have to find that and share it with you guys. But I also had things like every thought is either a cost or an investment. I'm the creator of my days and my actions. And you know what? I'm going to link a few below. I'm drawing a bit of a blank on inspirational thoughts to put. And you want to look at this as soon as you wake up. So if you're living alone, stick it on the wall. If you're with someone and maybe you're a little embarrassed and you don't want to put it in, like, put it right in front of them, have it next to your bed, make it accessible to you so that the first thing you do when you wake up is you see your goals, the emotional states that you want to feel, the thought patterns that you want to embody. Know that the first 30 minutes of the day, that's the moment where your mind is the most susceptible. So by reading that, you already set the tone for the day. And to look at it right before you go to bed and to review it so that as you're sleeping, your mind is repeating the goal, it's repeating what it wants to bring in. And this brings us to the fifth, which is your daily prep and target setting. This is so fundamental, okay? So for example, if you want to work out first thing in the morning, pick out your clothes the night before. It's been proven time and time again. If you don't have to think about it and your clothes are right in front of you as soon as you wake up, you're that much more likely to actually do it. You ask yourself an abundant amount of questions throughout the day, and you get into decision fatigue, and your mind starts trying to talk you out of this, try to talk you into that. It's exhausting. The more you prep, the easier it is. So just a couple of like maybe an hour, just a couple of minutes before you go to bed, pick out your clothes for the next day, decide what meals you're going to have, what is the activity that you're going to do for your fitness, how are you, and we're going to get into the sixth and seventh. How are you going to clear out your environment? What's the training and development that you're going to focus on? What time are you going to do these things? And if you spend 30 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes sometimes, prepping this before you go to sleep at night, it will make it so much more easy for you to actually do this. And I'm going to get into what I did the first time I did this challenge that I'm kind of introducing to you guys the first time. And I can honestly say, beyond the shadow of a doubt, while I always say now the goal is the most important thing, this prep work is what fundamentally made it easy for me to do it all. Even when I didn't feel like it, it's like almost like I just got up and I did it. Okay, so the sixth thing is focusing about an hour a day on your training and development. So this could be the 10-minute YouTube lives that I have. It could be also getting an ebook. I love, for example, Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. There's You're a Badass in general, or You're a Badass at Making Money. There's so many different ebooks, podcasts, maybe physical books. I know the first time I did this, I was reading, what's her name? Cameron Diaz's The Body Book, because I really wanted to get into the science of the body. So I would read that. I had, I did this for a long period. I didn't just do it for 10 days. So I had a lot of books that I did, workshops that I went to. So you need to do this for an hour a day. And if an hour is a stretch, at least do it for 30 minutes. You can also combine this. So let's say you're going for your walk in the morning, listen to your ebook, listen to your podcast while you are preparing for lunch. Listen to my YouTube. By the way, if you like the content that I'm sharing, please make sure that you like this, you share this with your friends, write a comment. I love, love, love hearing from you guys. And this brings us to the seventh element, which is setting up your environment for success. So just like you wouldn't have an abnormal amount of junk food if you're trying to lose weight, make sure that your environment is clear and try to declutter as much as possible. So just to give you a hint of how drastic I went. So when I started realizing I want to go on this self-love journey, I was moving into my friend's loft, and incidentally, my couch was too big to enter the door. It was in this old part of Montreal, and old school building, and couch wouldn't go in. So I gave the guys 20 bucks. I'm like, you know what, just ditch this couch for me, but I'm going to take the cushions. I took the cushions and I placed them in the living room floor with my carpet. I had my yoga mat, my boxing gear, my jump rope, my weights, so that there was nothing there but to sit and to work out. So I knew exactly what was going on in each space. I also decided not to bring so much cutlery with me, bought just the essentials so that I eat, I wash, I put away. The less things that you have around you, the easier it is for your mind. A woman I really highly recommend, her name is Marie Kondo. She's amazing. I didn't know her then, but if you don't know her, I highly, highly recommend you check her out on YouTube. Make sure my hair is good. Check her out on YouTube. If you still have Netflix, there's a whole thing going on with Netflix. She's on Netflix as well, or get her book. That could be also the book that you read. She talks about clearing your environment and having the things that bring out the joy for you. So by prepping your environment, having your goals literally written down with the thought patterns, and we'll go more into that tomorrow for you. So if you're not really sure how to do that, I'll really go dive deeper into that. Having that right in front of your face, making it foolproof is going to be what's going to help you get this done. And I want you to know that some changes you're going to feel instantly. Like for me, as an example, cutting out carbs in the morning, drinking water, I felt an instant boost in energy. Then there's other changes that you're going to see the cumulative benefit. So working out every single day, meditating for myself, also gratitude journaling. I noticed the cumulative benefit after about 2 or 3 weeks. I physically felt it in my mind and my body. And some of the things it's going to take a couple of weeks or months. Okay. So I want you guys to have all that instant success, but also be conscious that just like when you work out at the gym, and by knowing that you go regularly and you eat well, you're going to see results. I promise you, if you keep at this, you will 100% see results. So I'm starting you with 10 days because I want to encourage you and give you a boost, because anyone can do 10 days. A lot of us now are in quarantine. This is the best time to start this process. And I want you to write on this sheet on a scale of 1 to 10, how, like the next day, how well did you do? So if you got your 8 hours of sleep, write a 10 on 10. If you ate all your good foods, whole foods, you avoided junk food, 10 on 10. If you had some junk food, maybe put 8 on 10. If you ate like total garbage, then, a 0. But don't do that. Worked out 30 minutes, put 30 minutes, put yourself like a 7. If you work out hardcore, put yourself a 10. So hardcore would be like 45 minutes to an hour. You're sweating, you need to take a shower afterwards. Looking at your goals twice a day, writing them down, got a 10 on 10 for doing that. Prepping, 15 minutes, set your clothes out, know what you're going to eat. Put the things that you're going to do. So if you want to read a book, if you want to journal, have it right in front of you. I promise you, this is the secret to actually getting things done. Sometimes, by the way, also making commitments to other people. So I know for me in the beginning, I really wanted to wake up early. I was not a morning person at that time. I am now. I made a commitment to drive my brother's girlfriend to the airport at 5 in the morning. Did I want to wake up at 5 in the morning and drive to the airport? Hell no. I hate driving on the highway. I didn't like waking up early in the morning, but I got up. I made that commitment to her. When I got home, I'm like, well, I'm up now. I might as well work out and do what I said. And then just that basic small commitment got me to do it. Maybe for you, it's going to be signing up to a fitness class, paying for that fitness class so that you feel that incentive to show up and do the work, and knowing that you're not alone. Again, you hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, so 10 on 10 goals, 10 on 10, 10 on 10 for prep, training and development. Find something fun. If you want a list of things, contact me. For me, that was the easiest part. I'm like, well, okay, I want to read this book. I want to join this seminar. I want to do this workshop. And doing it for an hour a day was really a pleasure. Of course, sometimes we're really busy, so you do want to combine. So if you're going somewhere, just listen to your podcast, washing the dishes, listen to your podcast, folding the laundry, listen to your ebook. And then environment and appearance. So appearance is more, I guess, like, making sure that you don't wake up and look like Who Shot John for the whole day. Wash your face, wash your face, wash your hands, of course. Put on fresh clothes, do your hair, do your makeup. But the environment, I would say, is even more important than that almost, because that in itself has the possibility of impacting your energy for up to 40%. So get this on. I'm going to put the link for you to download the PDF, write it out. I know this is super simple. Maybe you want to write it out on the side. It will get fancier over time. I know myself. I just needed to get it done myself. So I'm doing the best to give you everything. I want you to get going. I'm in this with you. I'm doing the same thing. And for me, I need to do this too, because I felt a drop a bit in my self-esteem as of late. So I'm going to do these things. Sleeping for me is good. Food for me is good. My goals, they're changing, they're shifting. The thing I think I have the hardest time is prep. I am not prepping as much as I should be. I could be, sorry, not should. I'm not prepping as much as I could be. And I think a lot of that for me is the mental block on the goal shifting. Goals are so fundamental. But I am creating that discipline to just at least do the basics, which is what I shared with you guys, prepping the clothes, prepping the minimum for what I need to do the next day. But in terms of what I'm going to do for my business and all that, still got a little bit of work to do for that. I just joined Grant Cardone's boot camp. That's going to be in about 2 weeks, I think. So that's giving me a bit of a boost to get my A game on, because I know it's going to be interactive and I want to show up as my best self. Environment for me has become a joy. I clean 30 minutes a day as I listen to my ebooks and podcasts. And my appearance, well, I got to show up for you guys. So I got to get my hair done. I even painted my nails and everything. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to share more with you as I go along. And so thanks so much for joining me here today. I'm going to be on to see if there is anyone that is commenting. I don't have any comments right now. So you guys like this video, share it with friends. I really love hearing from you guys. And that's it. I'm excited to keep on going for this journey. Every day at noon, you can catch me here live. Friday, I will possibly be going on either at 8 a.m. Eastern or 9 a.m. Eastern, because I have to leave for that day. I will keep you in the loop. Otherwise, have a fantastic Wednesday. Do this work. I promise you, you will benefit so much from it. And I'm sending you so much love. Bye. Again, I don't know how to unlive myself. I'm also taping this now on, I'm taping it on Zoom so that I could edit it eventually and maybe do something else with it. So how did I do this last time?